Speed is the Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. In this video, we're talking about some of my favorite stealth game franchises. Let's go. The first games we're talking about is Splinter Cell. I played these games the most out of all the other entries on this list. I love these games, and it's one of my favorite gaming franchises ever. I love the stealth and heavy gameplay missions. I like all the tech stuff you have, especially in the later games, and how complex the mission planning and equipment selection stuff is. There are a bunch of different ways to take enemies out with stealth moves, which are cool. You play as a guy named Sam, and he is a super badass. A lot of the time, you can choose to just knock an enemy out or kill them just as easy, and there's a lot of different ways you can do all that stuff. There's also missions super heavy on stealth to where if you get seen even once during the whole mission, you fail and have to try again. I really like games like that. We're talking about Hitman next. I played the second game and thought it was pretty okay for what it was. I felt like the third Hitman made the game overall super fun for me, and I really liked the gaming experience. I like the controls, different stealth elements, being able to disguise as different people to help you move around on the low during missions. I like the story as well. Now we're talking about the Metal Gear Solid franchise. These games are definitely on the list because it's one of the first stealth games I really played. I remember playing the first Metal Gear Solid game on the original PlayStation and playing the game so much I barely slept while trying to beat it as soon as I could because I was so hooked and never played anything like it. The stealth stuff was great, and whether people had a problem with it or not, having these long cutscenes which made it like a movie and made everything going on seem really epic, which was something I really liked. This game was ahead of its time for sure. Now we're talking about Manhunt. I had to talk about this game because it's one of the most violent and messed up games ever. This game is pretty much 100% stealth. Being caught moving around will end with you getting jumped and usually killed if you're not good at the game. It's realistic to where you can go against an enemy and probably take them out if it's one-on-one, but if you go against 2 or 3 people in a fight with hand weapons, you are probably going to die. As far as how graphic and violent the game is, the stealth kills go from bad to really really freaking bad. And that's with like every single weapon you can have in the game. The stealth elements are pretty cool with having a sound and visual meter, meaning sounds you make can draw enemies to you, and as far as visual, you can be right in front of an enemy, but if it's pitch black dark, you won't get spotted. This game is made by Rockstar, who make controversial games that are freaking awesome. And last, we're talking about The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2. These games are some of the best games I've ever played, especially the action, scary, survival style games. The characters have so many layers of complexity and you care about them. The stealth in the second game is a lot more complex, where getting spotted or caught makes people in the area on higher alert, with more people around than there was before you got spotted. Taking an enemy out could end in a different enemy checking on the enemy you just took out, even by name sometimes, and of course, if there is no response, enemies freak out and are harder to deal with. The enemy's AI aren't stupid either and react realistically when they feel there is a threat nearby. There's also dogs that enemies have which can lead to you being caught, which sucks for us. The game is set up that you really don't want to die. This kind of game should be played like you only have one life, so be smart and not a dumbass getting yourself killed. But yeah, that's the video. These are some of my favorite stealth games. Let me know in the comments what some of your favorite stealth game franchises are. Like and share the video, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.